Oh, yours.
You can scoot on my knee here, Councilor McMahon. We're close.
All right, it's 7:30, so let's call the regularly scheduled meeting for January 26, 2016 to order. First item on the agenda is introduction of late items, if any. None? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to number 2. Approval of the agenda as submitted. Moved by Rick, seconded. Wow, everybody was on the floor on that one. That's pretty good. All in favor? Carried. Second, third item on the agenda is a motion to approve the January 12th, 2015 minutes as presented.
Second.
Moved by Ralph, seconded. Rick. Why do you write so fast? Any errors or omissions? Any corrections? Nope, hearing none. Call the question. All in favor? We have no delegations for this meeting. Unfinished business, the urban backyard chicken. We're still waiting for the survey thing to be done. Is that what we're doing?
No. The last direction we've received is we'll be putting the survey out with utility bills.
Utilities.
Yes, and then that'll cover everyone, because we had quite a positive response, not a huge response, but
Positive
yeah.
one. And are we going to just use the same one again? And
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We'll move right into reports. Counselors,
Can I
who?
ask a question?
Sure.
Will the previous surveys be counted, or will they be set aside?
I'd have to ask my survey expert. I'm not sure what Karen's plans were for that, but I can get back to everyone on that. But we would still count them, but we don't, because they were done in confidence, we wouldn't know who not to send them to, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
That's what I'm.
I will get Karen to clarify that for us, and I'll report out at our next meeting on that.
Okay, so Kelly to follow up.
Mhm.
All right, so now we'll move on to reports. Counselors, which one wants to go first?
Very easy.
You're very easy.
Yeah, I don't have too much. I had no complaints. And
Really?
no complaints. They're busy doing
Oh.
something else.
You haven't received any
I
complaints?
haven't, no
Okay.
complaints. I haven't received any. I'm so happy that the weather's been fine. That's saving us quite a bit of money. Easy overtime plus the equipment. The guys are doing the maintenance on the equipment. They're waiting for a big storm, and we'll be ready for it. That's it.
That's it? We'll do the boys first, or the men first.
January 13th, I attended the meeting with Myra Cruz, with other members of council and staff to discuss economic development. January 21st, I attended the McBride Community Forest Public Information Session with about 65 other community members interested in hearing about MCFC developments. Other activities not related to council, I've been working on the Syrian private sponsorship drive, and I will be attending the Rural Advisory Council at the beginning of February 1st and 2nd. And I've had a number of face-to-face meetings on a variety of topics, including the budget questions, which will come up at public meetings, I'm sure. Questions about the McBride Library Museum project, the old forestry site, just to mention a few, plus other telephone conversations, and that's
Record. Thank you, Councilor.
I'll go next. I'm so excited because, again, not very much to report. Several little meetings we attended, and as I'm seeing, all the various communities are grouping together now, which unfortunately I have been unable to attend, but they are getting ready for 2016 activities, and it looks good. That's all for me.
Okay. Councilor Rickett?
January 13th, I was here in council chambers with Miles Brunn, Regional Manager, Ministry of Tourism and Skills Training and Economic Development. January 15th, I was in Prince George for OBAC and NDNT. January 19th, meeting with Community Forest. January 20th, Regional Hospital District Board meeting at Regional District Office in Prince George, as well as the Committee of the Whole meeting and a budget meeting. 21st, Regional District meetings again in Prince George, conference call halfway home. And public meeting I attended as well for Community Forest. Thank you.
I just arrived home today, so I have not had time to get my report together, so I'll report out at the next council meeting.
Okay.
Administration.
It's a busy time of year for us in administration. We're prepping for our year end, getting ready for our audit, of course, and we actually have a date set to that now, so our auditors will be in the community the week of April the 4th with us here. A lot of reporting out on grants, getting information ready for the budget review. The ICBC and motor vehicle staff has quite an exciting time coming upon them. Not only are they switching out all the hardware equipment that the ladies used to do the reporting on, but they're changing their entire reporting system in the province. So starting February 1st, they're going to be rolling this out. So they've been busy listening to their little webinar sessions. And then, as we always know, when they roll out these huge ICM software provincial-wide programs, everything kind of goes crazy for a while till they get all the bugs worked out. So we're hoping it won't be too crazy for them, and they're being a bit trepidatious about it. I'm sure it'll go really good. We've been, administration has been pulling fees and services bylaws for review to present to council. We've actually been reviewing the sign bylaw as well, and we are going to be presenting to council on that for their consideration and advice. There's now an opportunity through NDIT for a home-based business to get some support around signage, and so we want to make sure that our signage links, our bylaw links in such a way as that we can support home businesses to take advantage of that little grant. We have we're going over current OHS policies, so the occupational health and safety. What's really exciting is we actually have a workplace health and safety committee now that we have stricken, and then we will bring our stuff out to council, of course. Everyday sort of go things that we do, meeting with people, giving help where we can. So yeah, pretty well just straightforward. I'm going to be very happy to report out on the lagoon project at our next council meeting. We're waiting just to wrap up the financial piece. I can tell you that it looks like we are not only on budget, but maybe a tiny bit under budget. And I think for me, the very most exciting part of this is that I'll be able to report out that besides the 2 outside professionals that were very specialist in their area, 100% of the labor, the work, and most of the materials were sourced locally. And that feels really good to be able to report that, but I'll give you a much more detailed report at our next council meeting.
That's exciting.
Okay, CFO. Anything on finance?
Well, so I've given you guys the revenue and expenses. I mean, it looks good. We're still sourcing out some of our income sources that get a phone call and they go, yeah, we actually pay you money. So I'm trying to find all those for the auditor also. So it's coming. We'll have, once they're here, we'll have a good idea where we stand.
Okay. Any questions or anything on the revenues and expenditures?
So are these up to date as to December 31st, or they're still?
There's still outstanding payroll, not payroll, accounts payable that we received. Most of our 2015 expenses have been covered off, except now the lagoon that we we actually have it in two separate years.
Yeah.
Even though you started it in 1 year, you didn't actually incur the expense till 2016. Yeah.
No other questions? Okay, you also have a report there from Public Works. Anything new and exciting there,
No,
Kelly?
Public Works will report some on the first meeting
Oh,
of
okay.
every month. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
and nothing new and exciting in Public Works.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been very involved in helping down with the project. And then just day-to-day stuff, doing equipment repairs. Because of the lack of snow, it's a bit slow for them right now.
Yeah, budget-wise, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So can I get a motion to receive the reports for information? Sharon and Edie? All in favor? Carried. All right, moving on to correspondence. We have none that are requiring action. And then we have a whole bunch for information. So no comments or questions on any of the stuff in there? All right, and we'll move on. We've got some outgoing stuff from the last one, the NDI letter of support for the Robson Valley Arts and Culture Council grant, Ministry of Forest, the Ancient River Forest letter of support with some hesitation, and then the McBride Secondary School confirmation of the mayor's attendance and presentation at the graduating class. We've got no bylaws, permits, or policies this time, and so we'll move right into new business. First item, 9A on the agenda is a motion that council will approve Councillor Thompson's attendance at the Village of McBride as the Village of McBride representative at the Valemont Geo Park workshop. Can I get a mover and a shaker on that one?
Move to approve.
Seconder?
I'll second.
It's good, because if you don't, it doesn't get on the floor. All right, any comments on that one? No? Okay,
Is that, like, I've never, is that under your rural advisory committee?
You know, I received an invitation from Belmont to attend this village rep.
Okay, so it's not a regular.
well, to attend, right? Because in order for it to be a village rep, it would have to go through Kelly and I.
Right. They were to send you a letter. I don't know if it's right.
No. That's okay, because I don't think any of the rest of us can take the time off to go when,
No, that's like February, right? Somebody should be there. I can't go.
no, I know I work that day, the Friday, and it's over a 2-day Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, correct? So,
Valentine's Day for me.
oh, that's a busy time for you, definitely.
Definitely.
Okay, so no objections then?
No.
Okay,
Do
then we'll,
we have to send somebody?
we don't have to, but it would be nice to get somebody to go to the workshop and then report back on the geothermal stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, call a question, all in favor? Carried? Is that geopark or geothermal?
It should be geothermal.
Yeah, it should be geothermal, because the geopark one is the one I was dealing with. Okay. Just so you make a note of that, Kelly, so that the minutes are correct. Next item on the agenda is a motion to approve, no, we already did that one. We've got A and B on the same one.
No, one's
Or
those
the-
fees.
Oh, so we, right, because it
Yeah.
isn't included in the budget, so we have to do a
Yes.
motion to approve the expenses for it, which is a reimbursement of the $25 registration fee plus travels for back and forth to Diem for two days. So we need a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Move to approve by Sharon, second. Okay, Edie. Any questions or comments on that one? Call the question, all in favor? Carried. Next item on the agenda is Councillor Reichart, speak to the new year, baby.
Don't see the New Year, baby.
None yet?
Well, we've heard a rumor that there could be one recently, but we haven't confirmed it yet. But, well, surprise, so, but every year the council or village office purchases a baby quilt from Vonda Jars. and then we present it to the New Year's baby. A member of council presents it, so I'm hoping to continue that this year.
Okay. So we need a motion then, for council to approve the purchase of a baby quilt from Fonda Jack,
Mhm.
is that how you pronounce her name, in the amount of $125 for the New Year baby.
Move.
Second.
So moved by Rick, seconded by Edie. Councillor Thompson,
Just questioning the amount, do we know how much was spent on quilts in the past? And is $125 sufficient for that?
I called Bonda and asked her.
Okay.
any other questions? Call the question then, all in favor? Carried. So the next item on the agenda is discussion about attendance at the NCLGA 2016 AGM and convention. I believe that's in May.
That's correct, yes.
And a discussion on who will attend. I thought we might as well decide who goes to UBCM because we sent a delegation of 3 to each. It was supposed to be Sharon, Bob, and I that attended UBCM last year. So this year it would be Edie and Ralph that attend UBCM, and then Councillor Thompson, Councillor Reichert to NCLGA. Now, you did an email up that said that you would like to attend both.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so did you want to talk to that?
Well, no, because I sent other boards as well that meet with ministers and when we're down there, so I don't want to miss them on that. And I take a lot away from all of them. I don't think last year we had a huge opportunity to take a lot away because we were all new and had really no idea what was going on. And I think I take a lot to the table as well, so I don't want to miss out on any of them.
No, fair enough. I think each one of us brings stuff to the table, and it's always a good opportunity to learn and network every single one of these. But we had decided to only send 3. Now, the question is did you guys want to go to UBCM
No, I
in
have health
Victoria?
reasons.
Pardon me?
I have health reasons, my legs swell up from walking around too long.
Okay,
It's down in
so
that cool racing and,
no, it's this year it's at, it's in Victoria.
no, I'm not going to Victoria.
No, you're not going to Victoria.
Thank you.
Okay, and
Earthquake.
I can pass and let the two go.
so are you going to go to Dawson Creek then?
I would good to go to Dawson.
You prefer to go to Dawson Creek? Yeah. Okay. All right, so then we've got NCLGA then. It'll be 80. Now, Ralph, what about you going to Dawson Creek?
No, I'm not gonna do that one either.
You don't want to go to the conferences?
No.
That's how you learn.
It's the
Okay, then put me down then. I'll go.
Travel?
Huh?
Is it the travel?
Yes, yes.
It's just too much for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to go, that's fine, but then we can get any of the other ones to go as well.
Well,
It's
they
up
can
to you.
go.
Pardon me?
They can go.
Okay. And so UBCM would be Councillor Reichert, myself, and Councillor Thompson. And then NCLGA will be Councillor Tracy, I forgot your last name for a second. Myself, and then a third one. So,
Yes, I'd like to go.
you'd like to go, Councillor Thompson?
I would consider going, I was also considering running as a director at large at NCLGA if I was in attendance at that, because I think that's valuable for our community.
That would require a lot of extra travel and budget expenses for the village, would it not?
No, I don't believe so, because that's covered off by NCLGA.
Was covered off by NCLJ?
Yes.
I think some is.
Perhaps we should check that out.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Yeah, we'll have to get back on that one, but either way, both of you want to go to it, so should we flip a coin?
I don't have a coin.
Senior major to us.
Okay, well, let's look into that. Enid, could you report back and let us know what the cost on that would be? And sorry, it was director at large at that, Rick?
Yes.
Okay, so Rick, director at large.
And that has to be completed by March 23rd, I believe.
Okay. So we'll report back, so we'll, pardon me?
The biggest concern with NCLGA currently is getting booked, the number of seats and accommodation.
Yes. So basically what we'll have to do is take a look at that, bring it back, and then decide who's the third party going, because if both of you wanna go,
We could arm wrestle.
pardon me?
We could have a-
So we'll book three.
We'll book
We'll
three,
book
three in each for sure, and budget-wise too.
Yeah,
And then you'll have to get back to us on the cost for director at large and see if we're willing to do that. And then at that point in time, we can decide who's going for third. Would that be okay? Is it okay with you, Councillor Thompson?
That works by me.
Works for you? Okay,
Madam Mayor, I will need a motion
Yeah.
for the UBCM, please.
so we need a motion that council appoint the mayor and 2 members of council to attend the NCLGA. And
The UBCM.
are we doing NCLGA and UBCM?
Well, you brought it
Separately?
up.
Yes, I did.
Yes, they have to be separate.
2 separate ones?
Yes, thank you.
So we'll do the NCLGA one first, and then we'll do the UBCM
Do
one.
we have anyone to?
We
appoint in
we haven't decided on
The
the
NCLGA,
NCLGA yet.
Okay, so,
Should-
okay, so
They don't have to put their names, they just have to.
just do the counselors.
just do the booking?
Sure.
Yeah, we're just,
Okay. So we'll do the UBCM motion, and then we'll have to do the
Yeah.
one at the next one, so that'll have to come forward at the next meeting then. Okay. So a motion to appoint Councillor Reichert, Councillor Thompson, and myself as mayor to attend the UBCM. So I need a mover and a shaker there. Moved by Sharon, seconded by Edie. Any other comments? I'll call the question, all in favor? Carried. Next item on the agenda is BC Hydro Community Tree Planting Program. Kelly, did you want to speak to that?
It's for the trees in the lagoon. That's what we're going to use it for, and the report. Back here. So it was one of the grants that you, the council had brought back from the UBCM.
Oh, that was
Yes,
mine?
yeah, Well, it was one of BC Hydro's.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And what we're wanting to do is get support to finish planting down in the lagoons and into the wetlands there.
Okay.
We've sourced the type of tree that should be going in there because it has to be indigenous.
Okay.
And so we just need your support to go ahead with the application, if it's something you're interested in.
Okay, so for the motion on the floor that council support administration's application to BC Hydro for funding for a community tree planting program for the lagoon and wetland interpretive walk.
So moved.
Sharon and Edie. Any comments or questions? Councillor
Are
Thompson?
these matching grants?
This one is 100%, I believe.
Do we know how much it's worth?
No, I think they can go up to 40,000, but it'll depend on the tree prices we get back, what we apply for. I think Mr. Elliott from the forestry has been helping Karen with that too.
Okay.
Any other questions? I'll call the question then, all in favor? Carried? Alright, and last item on the,
Just a point of order, was D tabled until the next meeting?
Yeah, I do.
no, D, there was only the NCLGA, not D.
But we,
Oh.
no, we did UBCM,
UBCM.
and NCLGA is, I guess it's tabled
Is
to the
it
next one,
tabled,
but
or
I
we
should get a
just-
motion.
or do we want to do a motion just so we can proceed
I
and do the
think that-
bookings? Because it is in Dawson Creek and probably the faster we book, the better.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, if we could just do it by mayor and 2 councilors, and then at the next meeting, maybe we can put the names forward to the public.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
So, can you run that by me again, Kelly, so I can get the wording down?
Maybe just motion, just as that the mayor and 2 councilors attend NCLGA, and then that allows administration to start looking into your travel and your hotels
Okay,
and booking.
then we'll add that one down at the bottom, I guess is,
UBCM would be, become, F, I guess.
okay, so that one's, well, we've already done it out of order, so we'll have to make sure the minutes are right. So can I get a motion for a mayor and 2 councillors to attend NCLGA?
Okay.
Okay. Edie and Sharon. Any comments on that? No, I'll call a question then. All in favor? Carried. And now, last item on the agenda is in accordance with section 91C, labor relations or other employee relations. Section E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvements. If the council considers that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality. And move to go on camera.
So moved.
Sharon and Edie, all in favor? Carried. Thanks everyone for coming out.